What is going on, y'all? It's your boy RickyMoto. Welcome back to yet another video. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are having a great summer so far. But anyways, in this video today, I had quite an interesting topic I wanted to talk about, and it's the fact that I might be selling this bike, the Yamaha R7. Now, I absolutely love this bike. There is nothing wrong with it, zero complaints. But I have a couple reasons that I put together as to why I think it might be smart to sell this bike. But before we get into today's topic, make sure to drop a like and a comment below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And let's get started. So, without wasting any time, let's talk about finances first. So this bike is fully paid off, which I'm really happy about. I don't have to worry about making payments on it or anything like that. It's a very low maintenance bike, doesn't cost any money for me to really own, but that also means I have a lot of money tied up in this bike as like an asset, so to speak. And you know, I like to make my money move. I want to invest in things and fund projects and whatnot. And there's not like there's a lot of equity in this bike. Like, how much is this thing even worth? Like 8 to 9 grand at most, but it's still, you know, significant. And so I was thinking about selling the bike to get funds to be able to invest and grow my other businesses. But that would also take away from my content, right? Because this bike also generates revenue on this channel. And so I would be benefiting in one way, but also harming myself in another. Another thing is the fact that I actually love this bike. There's nothing wrong with it. I absolutely love it. When it comes to the content, I gotta say it's kind of dying out. The Yamaha R7 has kind of lost its popularity. It's been pretty saturated. You know, not a lot of people are specifically researching the R7 as much as they used to. And I think the hot topics now are like the newer bikes, like the Yamaha R9. And so when it comes to content on the R7, I feel like we've kind of seen it all, you know? We kind of know all about it. We kind of see all the mods for it. And that's not really good for the channel's growth, because then we are very stagnant with the viewership, and it's also on a gradual decline. So that's the second reason. The third reason is also in relation to the YouTube channel. I was thinking if I sell the bike, I can then also get a different bike that would be more hype, so to speak, like an R9. And I can make content on that, which is going to be refreshing to the channel. Also introduce a new build to the channel. Because this R7 is pretty much built to its limit. It's like pretty much done. I don't have anything else I want to do to it. It would be smart to start another build. Therefore, get more views, more revenue, and just overall growth in general. Now the thing is, I'm not someone who really needs any more power than this. Like the R7 is sufficient. I don't need a 1000cc bike. I don't even need an R9. Like the power on this thing, I'm happy with, even though it's not the fastest bike. And the only other bike that I'm considering buying in replacement of the R7 is probably an R9. You know, it's a little bit faster, it sounds better, and on top of that, I would be also able to register that bike under my business. So then I can also deduct the expenses on that bike as a business expense. I mean, I already do that with this bike, but this bike is not registered under my business. It's a personal vehicle. It's registered under my own name. So when I use it for content and I do tax write-offs on the gas and maintenance, repairs, and even some of the modification costs, I can only like write off a portion. I can't write off like all of it, you know, maybe like half. But if I were to get a new bike and register it under my business, then the entire expense, including the purchase of it, can be written off as a business expense. So it's actually very beneficial, even on a financial level, to do that. So those are the main reasons why I'm considering selling the bike. Now the R9, I gotta say, I don't love it. I don't have any emotional connection to it. It is nice, but personally, I don't love the winglet in the front. I just think it looks kind of corny. If I were to compare the R7 to the R9 in terms of design, I do think the R7 looks better. And I also have to ask myself, like, am I getting the bike because I want it, or am I getting it for the sake of content, you know? And you should never buy something for the sake of something else rather than yourself. And that's kind of what I'm juggling with. It's like, if I don't love the bike, why am I buying it? You know, just to make money and views and benefit financially from it. But at the same time, right, I do have to make my business run. I do have to grow it. I do have to advance it. And so sometimes I do have to consider doing something for the sake of content and not completely for my own sake. But yeah, there's a lot of things to consider. I'm still thinking about it. Maybe you guys can give me some guidance in the comment section below what you guys think is a smart thing to do. My ultimate goal is to really just advance my company and finances, in the same time enjoying it in the process. They're kind of set on the R9 for now, but I haven't, you know, pulled the trigger on if I'm actually going to do it or not. And with that being said, if you guys are interested in buying my custom built one of one, it's not that rare. If you guys are interested in buying my R7, let me know. Hit me up on Instagram. If you're local, great, you can come pick it up and see it in person. If you're like in a different state, I can always ship it, but that will cost more for you. If you guys want to shoot me some offers, please be reasonable is all I ask, because this is a very low mileage bike. It has less than 3,000 miles on it. It's in mint condition, has a lot of tasteful and expensive name brand mods on here. Not like the mods increase the value of a vehicle, but you know, I would want to sell it for more. The market value for a stock R7 of this year ranges around 8K-ish or 7.5. And usually those bikes that I see on the market have a little bit higher mileage than this one. They're like in a 10,000 mile range. This bike has 3K miles, very good maintenance history, good condition, everything with nice mods. You know, I think I can probably push closer to 9. If you guys are serious about this bike and you're willing to pay a premium, because I'm not like in a rush to sell it, so I don't want to take any lowball offers. I wanted to sell it to someone who like actually values what's done to the bike, and even like the whole brand of RickyMoto being tied to it. And I'm not trying to act like a celebrity here, like my name adds value to the bike. It doesn't. But you know, just as a little royalty kind of feeling. And what's interesting is that all my vehicles that I've ever owned in my life, they all been sold to viewers and fans. My R3 was sold to one of my viewers. My first car, the BMW 428, was sold to a viewer. And then my M4, I didn't even mention this yet, but my M4 F82 comp is sold to someone who followed me. So, you know, a lot of people that follow me or know me end up buying my stuff. So that's why I might as well reach out to you guys. Like, hey, if you guys want to buy this R7, let me know. Serious offers only. Don't lowball me, and don't pull the whole Facebook is this available and then you dip. You know, I don't want you to waste my time. You know, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think and if you are interested. And make sure to drop a like and a comment below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.